Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And let's just jump into it, alright? So, playing Pokemon Go, it's been a while since I've made a video for you guys. And by a while, maybe not that long as I'm usually going between videos. But behind the scenes, I've been playing a little bit more, getting closer to some goals, getting some things off the list. And while this isn't going to be that video showcasing that stuff, I wanted to make this video before too much stuff happens and suddenly I have nothing to show for it. Right now, what they've got going on is the Season of Discovery. There's a rocket event going on. There's some, seasonal Pokemon. There's a couple of challenges with that, a mystery Pokemon. But we're not going to talk about that this video. We'll talk about all of that next video. This video, we're going to showcase some updates. So I'm going to pull that up right now, and we'll talk about it. Here we go, June 21st. That's, today for me, tomorrow, and it's tomorrow's video. Exploration bonus updates coming to Pokemon Go. Trainers, one of the delights of Pokemon Go is finding Pokemon in the real world, walking around, discovering new places, meeting up with groups of friends to raid or battle together. At their core, all of Niantic's games are built around the ideas of exploration, exercise, and playing with friends. This is true. A little bit more so on the playing with friends part that's keeping the game going. But speaking of keep going, here they go. As we said last month, how we all play changed a lot in the past 15 months. It has. With the onset of the global pandemic, we realized that we had to change the model for all of our games. And they've got a couple new games. A Transformers game they're working on, and a Pikmin game, from what I'm hearing. So we'll see how those play out. I know some of y'all are still playing the Harry Potter. I know people still play Ingress. But we'll see if they adapt anything with that. Okay, so here they go. They say, we can no longer take going outside and meeting people for granted. We learned a lot. Thank you for coming along with us as we continue to navigate through this together. Today, as some parts of the world are moving toward recovery, we're announcing new exploration bonuses that make it more rewarding to play outside are coming over the next several months, including bonuses for spinning stops, playing at in-person raids, and getting in those steps. Okay, stuff they should have had to begin with. This is their way of saying, hey, we see you guys are raiding, but people aren't really going out to the stops like they used to. And by raiding, it's remote raids. And while I love that part of the game, it's also frustrating because it could be 10 people that keep the raid train going. Everyone's waiting on these 5 or 10 people to, shoot raid invites, but they don't go out and look themselves. Oh, why go out and look? Other yellow hat guy's going to show one, and whenever he shows one, I'll just ask for an invite for that. I'll just be on the lookout for that. I can't blame you. It's much more convenient than you using your gas. Maybe we could all do like hey, everybody chip in, and the one person rides around all day and invites you all to raids, hops out after inviting 5, hops back in after the timer's gone for the lobby, invites 5 more, and you just keep it going like that. I don't know. Similar to everybody just chipping in and getting in a van or renting a bus and riding around downtown, which was super fun. And, collecting Pokemon that way. But hey, those are just ideas there, just suggestions. Bonuses introduced last year that we plan to remove or change. Tested first in the US and New Zealand, followed by other countries and regions based on local conditions. So I just suspect that at a certain point, these raid passes, they're going to make you do a little bit more for them. They've already got them as rewards for, in-game research. You complete your 7 days and boom, you get one, but I guess they're moving away from, hey, we're just going to give you one every Monday because some people might just only play on Monday. Hey, I'm only going to work with what you give me. Why spend any money? So I guess this is their way of saying, if we get you out here exploring, you're caught up in the moment, you've got no choice but to pay to keep going. Makes sense. They're still a business after all. And then they say bonuses introduced last year that we are plan on keeping. And those are including the first catch of the day bonuses, Go Battle League, and trainer battle requirements and more. And, they can only make Battle League better. Taking stuff away from it probably just makes it less interesting. They're saying they'll only remove temporary bonuses introduced last year after GoFest. So next month, July, that's when they plan on taking some of these things out. And they're going to let you know. And expect some backlash. The only way they don't get severe backlash is if they give some really good stuff. And, I guess they're saying it here, but, they're not really going in the detail as to what they're really taking away, right? So they wanted you to give an advance heads up of what's coming, and they're thinking behind it, as they said last November. All right, we're committed to doing this in a staggered way, so piecemealing it, when it makes sense for each place in the world to help people play safely. So that's them acknowledging that, hey, everywhere in the world isn't ready for some of the changes we're making. Some places it's like, hey, I can't get around like that, Niantic. Why are you force-feeding this on us? And that's kind of how I felt. I felt like that weeks ago where it was like you're wanting this rocket event and people are still inside. Sure, other parts of the world, they might have had a better grasp on the pandemic and getting it taken care of, but for real? And here in the U.S., that could be a state-by-state, situation. As we return to the outside world again, these changes are aimed at restoring the focus of Pokemon Go on movement and exploration in the real world. These changes will be introduced slowly and carefully to make it more exciting to explore the world around you. New exploration bonuses for playing together in the real world. Starting at the end of July, the following exploration bonus will roll out to trainers. Roll out to trainers for testing first in the U.S. and New Zealand. Trainers will receive the 2 free raid passes per day from spinning gym photo discs. Okay, I can rock with that. 2 free ones. Because what I was doing with the remotes is just moving, back to where I was after I was in the lobby. But hey, 2 free raid passes, that's an incentive to get out there. You can't remote with the regular raid pass, right? And you get that from spinning gym photo discs. Benefit from increased incense effectiveness while moving. So you got to actually move. So I believe they're taking away the incense just really working while you're just sitting at home, which I like. I don't think that should go away. I could be at work and, really take advantage of that. It's probably something they're taking away. Be guaranteed gifts when spinning Pokestops, so long as they have not reached their maximum gift inventory. Okay. Receive 10 times bonus XP from spinning a Pokestop for the first time. Okay. These bonuses will end when the season of Discovery wraps up September 1st, 2001. So that's not that far away. That's actually on track with how some of these world leaders think everything should be going back to normal at this point anyway, right? It's supposed to go back to normal by July last year. It's looking more like September this year. Certain things are coming and going, okay? Some of these bonuses may stay rolling into the following season, and new bonuses will become available as well, okay? So they're kind of adapting to things. They're like, hey, based off the weather, we may or may not have certain things available to people. And it's about time, because people don't play as much in the winter time like they do in the spring and summer. That's probably their peak season, is spring and summer, okay? Especially summer when people are pretty much out anyway, okay? So, again, they say they'll make those bonuses available in other countries and regions as it's safe to do so. We understand that every place is different. Rest assured, we'll be monitoring the situation and activating appropriate bonuses when and where available. All right. Because of this, trainers may experience different bonuses at different times. To see which exploration bonuses are available to you, check out your Today view. Bonuses introduced last year that we plan to remove or change over the next few months. Okay, so it's kind of saying the same thing again. They plan to remove changes on bonuses introduced last year. They won't make those changes till GoFest, yada yada. I'm not reading all that again. Okay, here, over the past year, the incense was increased, so that's probably what's going away. After this change, this effectiveness will be set at the standard level when you're stationary, and increased effectiveness will kick in when you're moving. So maybe I'll start, jogging around the house or something. I don't know. This was because we knew trainers were running low on supplies like Pokeballs and berries to help them catch them all. As we move to encouraging trainers to play more outside, they can continue to receive supplies from spinning Pokestops. After the change, the frequency of these gifts from Buddy Pokemon will be reduced. Can hear the groaning already. After this change, the distance will revert back to the standard distance, and when it makes sense in different places, though may be increased during future events and as part of certain features. So what they're saying is, hey, we reserve the right to bump it back up, but it's going away. We want you guys to go back outside. And it's kind of catch-22 where it's like, hey, you made it more comfortable for people, and now they're complacent, and now you want to change up. A lot of C words there. Confusion being one that I can see people having that aren't privy to what's happening here, okay? Remote raids, here we go, this should be interesting, have become an important part of the game this past year, and we're going to continue evolving them. Our intention is to find the right balance between remote play and in-person play. Stay tuned for more details in the coming months. Many of these in-person raid changes will be to prepare for the eventual return of EX raids. So it wouldn't surprise me if they bump up the price of the remote raids. I mean, that's the only way really you could justify saying, hey, we want you to get out more. Yeah, you got your second raid pass, but maybe I just don't go out. I'm just saying, I'll just kick in the extra $1. But if it was $1.50 versus $1, or just look at it right now, right? The great thing about the remote raid passes, other than being able to just not travel to a raid, is that you can buy them in bulk, 3 for $2.50 versus 3 premium passes for $3 or 300 coins. I expect them to change that. I hope they don't. I'm not asking them to, but I expect them to change it to make you go outside, to incentivize you to go out and do more. So they also say incense duration will remain at 60 minutes. Thank goodness. If only lucky eggs could remain, or could be 60 minutes. So, they're saying EX raids are coming back. That's key there. So, I would like to see that. And what would be nice is if you could just remote raid to an EX raid. That needs to be a thing. Because, I shouldn't have to take off work or hope to do something at lunch if it's not at lunch to make one of these raids and just miss out. A lot of people were just having people log in for them to do the raid for them. That was the only way these things were getting done back then. Now that you should be able to forego that. You should be able to go to the bathroom at work, join the lobby, do the raid, and be done with it. Especially if, you just pulled 5 other people aside and said, hey, can we all do this at 5:30? If the raid's still there? Versus the 5 o'clock time that everybody else was trying to do it. You never know. Hopefully it works out that way. No walking requirement for Go Battle League. All right. You can challenge any trainer, remotely with a QR code, and the requirement to battle with friends remotely has been lowered to good friends. That's key. That's a key thing there. Because, they wanted you to be better friends, and it's like, how long is it going to take me to get all 400 friends that high? Not that I have 400 friends yet, but you see where I'm going with this. It took so long just to get the first 200 to where they were the level they needed to. It needed to be lowered to good friends to incentivize people to go ahead and remote raid. The remote battles, you could argue, needs it more than the remote raiding. Because if I can meet up with you to battle, which, you know, I may not be super invested in, chances are I'm already motivated to do a raid with you if it's right there. But not the other way around. I guess they finally came to that conclusion that it needs to be. The maximum number of gifts you can carry in your item bag at a time will remain at 20. Fair enough. Nobody's asking for more. I don't think it should have even counted towards your inventory. Like, that should be its own separate thing, like the stickers. And they could cap it at 20, but don't force me to clear out my gifts like that. But, you know, it's what it is. Maybe give them more XP for cleaning out the gifts? I don't know. Trainers will be able to open up to 30 gifts per day, up from the previous 20. Okay, so that's the trade-off there. You can hold 20 still, but you can now open 30, and that should help knowing that it's up to 400 friends, and some people may not have even got 100 friends yet. And you're gonna need up to 400, trust me, because when you start getting the 200K for all your friends and you still need 15 million to get to level 50, you're like, that yellow hat dude told me that was going to be necessary. Now I see why. Stomach's growling. Okay. You will continue to receive 3 times the Stardust and XP for your first Pokemon catch of the day. Awesome. So if only lucky eggs, they didn't mention that. If that could be 60 minutes, or they make those cheaper, maybe, you know, at least once a week you use a lucky egg. I don't know. So that about wraps it up. They've got here. Please check out PokemonGoLive.com for further updates. Thank you again. Yada yada yada. So we'll cut it right there. So let me know what you guys think of that. That all that makes sense. Are you looking forward to these changes? What are your thoughts, really? Because some of you aren't really going to pay attention to any of that until suddenly you can't do what you used to be able to do. And then I'm going to say, oh, remember when they said this, that, and the third? I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't tell you everything. I mean, this was a long-winded, you know, thing here. I do look forward to getting out there, and maybe when I do encounter the grunts, I also get some of the perks from the other stuff. Because that's really, honestly, who needs some of these exploration bonuses. If I'm out here looking for the grunts, maybe I don't care to have Shadow Pokemon. You're forcing me to get Shadow Pokemon to complete research. But there should be something, should be something more than that to get me to want to do things. And it could start with, hey, you know, if it's not a shiny or a great Pokemon that's Shadow, maybe we gave you extra XP for the fight. Maybe we gave you certain items, you know. Yeah, the leaders give you the eggs, but I shouldn't have to do 6 grunts just to get that egg either. Or to get something special. That's really what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to end it here. Let me know your thoughts again in the comments. If you have any, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Oh, but if I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Captain Sensation!